Hello and welcome to the Knowledge Bar. My name is Jerry and I'm going to be your knowledge expert and going over some of the highlights of the new Macintosh operating system OS X Lion. So, it's the main event right now. It's been roaring its way to the top of the download list at the App Store. Consider it the king of the downloads right now. Fine. Alright, moving right along. You must have a 64-bit platform and there is no PowerPC support. It's time to move on, folks. Alright? I mean, you can take it as a personal affront and start an online petition if you wanted to, but personally I would simply take the more positive viewpoint that this is progress and we're all going to benefit. Alright? Now, that being said, there are some other changes you want to be aware of. It's going to take up some 650 megabytes of space on your hard drive as a recovery partition, which is really great, but if you've got some really slim, small, first generation solid state drive on your system, you might want to be aware of that chunk being taken out of your hard drive. Alright? On the other hand, with the trim support now in the operating system, your solid state drive is really going to blossom in its ability to zip along as you expect it should have always been able to do. Okay? There are some 250 some odd adjustments been made to the operating system. Alright? A lot of it, you can tell, is material that's being grafted over from the iOS platform that we've seen on the iPad. And I think this is a good thing. Alright? A lot of the stuff you're not going to see, it's all kind of under the hood. But one of the #1 things I noticed right off the bat, you can go up in here, and now when I open up a folder, I can now adjust the size of the window from any corner of the window I choose, or even the size. No longer having to try and desperately reach that one lower crosshatch piece in the lower right hand corner anymore. You can go ahead and grab it from the top if I want to and adjust it. A small thing, but really a long time coming, don't you think? Alright, I also rather like the idea that when I want to go ahead and click on About This Mac, and I go into find out on the System Profiler, now known as the System Report, brother, you're going to find out about this Mac. A lot more detail is now revealed in here. Alright? Again, it was always available before under Snow Leopard, but Lion really puts it in an easy place to get to for those of us who want to keep track of these things. On the other hand, too, though, maybe you don't have to keep track of this stuff anymore. Another thing about this operating system is really pushed toward the concept of cutting back on what you need to know and what you need to keep an eye on. Another great example of that would be the autosave feature that's really moving forward. No one ever worries about having to hit the save button on your iPad or your iPhone. Same thing with your Macintosh operating system. Alright? It's just going to be a given that the material you work on is going to be automatically saved as you go along. And at any point in time you have a power failure or something like that, your stuff is going to be safe. And that's really a relief. Alright? Moving also from the other small little things that I get a smile out of. I kind of enjoy now that they've added full screen support, your listing of your apps, and I kind of like this one, full screen support for your photo booth. Like I said, some of the small things, and it's just it's kind of fun. Again, we keep in mind that the whole of the operating system, excuse me, it's $29. Alright, well worth it. Again, electronic distribution. Some of you are uncomfortable about that. I assure you, it's easy enough to burn that material to a DVD. Alright, so you'll go ahead, you'll download it, you'll install it, you'll have an emergency recovery partition put on your hard drive, and of course you'll also be able to burn it to an external source. I recommend a flash drive, which, by the way, supposedly Apple is going to make the operating system available on a flash drive. If you wish to buy it in hard media, it's going to be $70 instead of $30, but to each his own. Alright? And really that's it, folks. It's just a quick overview of some of the little highlights and how painless it was for me to download and install it on my system. Far more detailed information is available online. And if you'd like to see it firsthand, please come on down to Micro Center. Thanks a lot.